Well, good morning. It's Facebook Live, and needless to say, you could tell by the sound of my voice, it's a very sad, somber day in Las Vegas, Nevada. I have lived here since 1974, and never would I have expected that we would be faced with such a massacre that is now the largest individual massacre in any city in the United States of America. There's not much as it relates to what causes these people to do it, because they're psychopaths. And as a result of that, whatever's in their mind is in their mind. First of all, I want to thank Metropolitan Police Department, the first responders, the men and women who were actually there to enjoy themselves, that were off-duty police officers and first responders that saved many lives. I'd like to thank the nurses and the doctors at the hospitals, all the EMT people, and those people who actually drove those who were injured from the scene of the crime to the hospitals, because there wasn't enough, and isn't enough, because we would never expect this, of transportation. Those people are heroes. There's heroes all across the board on this. What we do know is this, is that when you look at this tragedy that's happened in our city, first of all, doesn't matter what faith you come from, we all need to pray for healing for this city. There are family members right now that are frantically trying to find out if one of their family members or friends or brothers and sisters or aunts or uncles were killed. What a terrible phone call to have to receive, and what a terrible phone call to have to make. But more importantly, what we always notice in these times of tragedy is last night when you saw people saving lives and helping lives, nobody cared about color. Nobody cared about background. Nobody cared about religion. Nobody cared about anything. They were human beings trying to survive and trying to help one another to save lives. They were as one. And in the light of this tragedy, if there's anything that one could take from it, is when all is said and done, there's a lot of good. This was an evil act. This is a coward. This is the epitome of evil. But the good is to see how people come together to help one another, no matter of any race, color, or creed. And if we take something away, maybe something could be learned of this, that that's really the way America is. And maybe those in Washington, D.C., maybe want to think about that. I think we all need to reach out to see what needs to be done in our community. If you have your own businesses like I do, I'm going to reach out and find out, where do we donate? Do we go to Red Cross, Catholic Charities, Goodwill? I'm not sure, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of that information. But reach out, to in your business to see if we could help the community individually, of course. If there's donations we need to make, I'm not really sure. It's very difficult to determine really what can be done at this point. There's going to be families that are going to be flying to Las Vegas, may need places to stay. I'm sure that the community will reach out, and the hotels will reach out for them. Not whatever it may be, though, take time to say a prayer for those families. Take time to find out what we can do, and ask for healing of this city, because this is a major, major tragedy for our city and for those families. And that is such a poor commentary on what's going on today in our world. So, nothing legal to talk about today. We already know what this day is about. It's going to live on forever. My son had friends that were there last night, and talked to them later in the evening. And God knows it changed their life forever. So I thank God that they're safe, but I am saddened by those who are lost for simply going to a concert to have a good time on a Sunday evening, and now we're no longer here. Something very wrong about that. This is Bob Massey. I'll see you next week.